Also want to tell you guys as we leave, I know a lot of y'all watch the film studies, numbers say at a much higher rate than even the live shows. We have an email account set up for folks that if I say something during the live stream that you just don't understand, if it's a football term or a football technique, or if I say something and I move too fast and I don't explain it, we have an email account now set up for that. It's footballq4ba@gmail.com. And while we have the time, because we have 5 hours or 5 minutes, 5 hours would be tough. We have 5 minutes left in the hour. I'm going to go to some of these and answer some of these now because we've had some file in. This one comes from Robert Howard. Robert says, first off, love your podcast, man. Secondly, a lot of Georgia fans have been critical of our cornerbacks this year. Some of it fair, some of it not. In years prior, the corners would literally play one side of the field for the entire game. When the quarters changed, they wouldn't move and accordingly would go from playing left side of the field to the right side of the field, vice versa. I'm probably wrong on this, but to my memory, the only time they switched up on that was against Oregon in 2022 when Ringo played boundary, and against Missouri in 2023 when Lassiter lined up on Burden. Could you touch on that during one of your podcasts? Why is this the case and whatnot? All right, so the reason they don't flip field anymore, the reason they don't not doing field boundary or anything like that is a simple answer. Do you know why?
Say it again.
Why do teams no longer flip corners or travel or anything like that?
Because, I mean, one, if you're going fast, it can be a massive issue.
That's the answer. It's the pace, right? We can't flip sides of the field when teams are able to get on the ball and run no huddle as frequently as they do in college football. The aforementioned situations that you put into the email right there, the Oregon 2022, that was because number 11, who I think I drafted pretty high out of Oregon, was a burner. And every time they lined him up into the boundary, they like to run that guy vertically, and they just traveled Keeley into the boundary all day long because they felt like his top end speed was better than Kamari Lassiter's. They'd be correct in that, but Kamari obviously played the ball a whole hell of a lot better. The Lassiter matchup was obviously a Burden thing, and he locked that ass.
You're